Right?
Yeah, it is. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome back to another RSC Week 1 stream, where, believe it or not, we do not have the Challenger final. We have RSC11 Master Fenrir versus Phoenix. A little bit of a graphics mix-up, but hopefully, as soon as stream goes on, we will get it sorted out. But alongside me tonight, we have the man, the myth, the legend, in the casting booth, Vino himself. How are you doing?
I'm doing brilliant, mate. Very excited to return to the booth of RSC, and of course, kicking off this evening will be a Master Series, and a lot of mix-up in the background. Hopefully, getting fixed later on, as you mentioned, Kingsman. But if we speak about stats, if we have that, well, somewhere, of course.
I got some if you want.
You got stuff? Yes, please.
Yes.
Run us through what roster lineups are we having tonight?
Tonight we have got on the side of Fenrir, we have got Darky, Rapure, and Faded. They've played one game so far, which they went 3-1 in. So they've had a good start, and also going 3-1 will be the people they play tonight, Phoenix, who field a roster tonight of Steb, Uzik, and Bajani, an all Icelandic roster. So very interesting to see how they perform. There's been a lot of speculation about how that roster works, how that goes, but I'm sure tonight will be a good test of how they perform on stream.
A very, very good test indeed. Two very strong rosters, back to back, 3-1. As you mentioned earlier, ignore the of course, the graphics. I am not Psycho. Kingsman's gas is not Danny Boy. We all know that. Though we do wish we were those two talents.
True.
But, of course, everyone seems to be ready, so let's head over into the field.
Yes, we shall. And game number 1. And obviously, we don't have B-Shake streaming it tonight. For a little bit of backside information, we have Potter streaming it. But here we go. Game number 1. It's going to be a good game. I've got high expectations for this. There's already the blue side looking to make an amends, but it's cleared away by Phoenix. And well, high expectations for this game. I predict it's going to be a 2-2 draw. We saw a lot of them on Wednesday's stream, and I reckon we'll get another in our first series tonight.
I believe one of the teams will actually take a 3-1 victory over the other in this series, because they will go full out, as we already see a lot of pressure coming out from the blue side. Uzik getting a small little clear, looking for a teammate, goes for the flip preset, nearly sneaks it by Darky, but Bjarni looking for a shot. Is it on target? Yes, but gets blocked away. Another attempt coming from Uzik into the middle, no one to follow up. It is getting cleared though into the orange corner.
Yeah, what a start for Phoenix. They've already got some good pressure. They're showing that, but Fenrir, they show their defense is a bit stronger as they try to launch an attack now. But it's Uzik out to Steb. Bajani looks to put it back to Steb, but Steb not having the boost to make up for it. But the ball does bounce lovely to Usyk, who gets a 50, but this time it is in the favour of Fenrir, who look to launch an attack of their own, but Ripuri sends the ball a bit too high, and that attack kind of fizzles out. Maybe not with Faded bringing a shot, but wow, what a save, and this keeps the game at 0-0.
Usyk brilliantly stepping up for the team to make it go away. Now, still with more than 3 minutes left on the clock, the team's just scrambling around to look if they can sneak one by, as the blue team now looking to make apply pressure. Faded with a small little miss there, can't really do much afterwards. Zero boost for Step, but the ball is cleared into the blue corner. Usyk keeps it there, but Ripper is there with a little pinch off the corner, but sent away yet again. It's just a game of ping pong, but as far as we have seen, Kingsman, who do you predict will make that first hit on the goal?
Well, I mean, it's very evenly matched so far, but Phoenix, I think, have had the better chances so far. Speaking of that...
No way!
Oh, Caster Curse got to Bajani, I think. He had the net at his disposal, but they don't have the boost or the momentum to put it in, and that chance goes walking away. But now we're going to see Fenrir launch an attack. They're against the cards in my predictions, but we all know Caster's Curse loves to strike in these games, but Steb doesn't want it yet, as this game very much being a midfield battle, as Phoenix launched to look to launch another attack here.
Yeah, a lot of shots on target. That might just go in. It is. Fader rolls one over. It is 1-0 for Fenrir as they collect the lead.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication and rotation, I think. They're both players not in the right position to go for it, and that ball's just going to willingly roll in. And I mean, for a game that's been very, very middle of the field sided, it's turned, but that is a good 50 from Steb, but Ripuri is going to clear it immediately, as now it's gone from Phoenix having a lot of the attack to suddenly Vino chasing the game.
But unfortunately, the chat could not see them goal going through, as currently an error message is on the screen.
Oh my.
We do apologize for everything that is currently happening, but the action is surreal, ladies and gentlemen. Fenrir having the lead, nearly putting another one through, but now Faded looking for a clear, can't really get it by a Bjarni, but Darkina sends one high, can't really do much. Ripper applies more pressure. Step with a beautiful clear, but is that too dangerous? No, a ground pinch nearly goes through. Another shot, but blocked by Ripper. Fenrir keeps the lead.
Well. If I said that Phoenix were playing well, Fenrir are playing better. What a defense. And that's going to go. Shot another brilliant save from Faded. This roster is composed. Maybe it's because we haven't seen another error message yet. Who knows? But even as much as Phoenix can do, they can't stop the party being destroyed because of a connection error. But the ball is going to be boomed down now. Phoenix very much chasing this game, and it shows. They are having chance after chance, but this Fenrir defense, well, they want to keep a clean sheet here.
Oh, that might be another shot just blocked away from Bjarni. Ripper looking for a pass. A double commit comes out from Phoenix, but Dawkins now looking to make something work. Can't really get it by Step. That might be an opportunity, but just slipped away. Slipped through the finger. Step can't make the save. Bjarni is forced to do so. Gets it into the corner. Faded now with the ball. What will he be able to do? Off to the back ball. Ripper nearly reads it. Step now with the clear. With less than 30 seconds on the clock. Very close there, but Doki gets the save. Ripper out into Doki. Doki keeps it in the corner. A small boost to work with. That's a pinch out into the blue side of Faded. One small touch, but the ball is still alive. Bjarni looking for a pass off the corner. That's dropping down, and Faded kills it. Fenrir grabs the first game.
Well, I mean, what a game one. Normally game one a bit more scrappy, a bit more teams both trying to figure each other out, but that game was far from that. Both teams playing very clean. 4 shots for Phoenix, 6 for Fenrir. Saves 5-3. Fenrir had some very beautiful defensive plays, and well, that they deserve the game one. The goal from Phoenix, I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves in as they pick up their second loss of the season so far. But Vino, that if that game has proved anything, it just shows this series has so much potential.
Only one goal game, and with 4 shots coming out from Phoenix and more than 6 shots from Fenrir, it just shows how much, pressure both teams are putting up. But look at the saves. 3 saves from Phoenix, which isn't that bad, but 5 saves from Fenrir, that, especially the one where they declined the equalizer from Phoenix as well, which, is something we have to look out for. A lot of mistakes happening in the orange side, as we saw, a potential, goal just slipped through the fingers, unfortunately. But we go over to game number 2 in this Game 4 series. Will Phoenix be able to answer back?
Well, I mean, if that game showed anything, it showed that it only takes 1 goal in a game to score, but Phoenix did have a lot more momentum, it looked like, as Usyk looks to get the ball to Steb, but Darky cuts it out immediately, but Bajani gets an almost perfect 50 into the net, but Faded clears it away, and it's basically an identical start to from game number 2 than game number 1. Phoenix have an attack, and a good clear sets up a counter-attack for Phoenix. Fenrir even. Are we going to see a repeat of game 1?
Oh, that's a pass out by Steb, just saved away by Bjorn, a few millimeters away from the goal line as Darkina puts it up to the ceiling. Usyk going for a shot, can't really follow it up as Fader gets a clear. Bjorn forcing it back into the corner. To the middle now, that's on target. Darky gets the save, but Steb now applies a bit more pressure, but that's not the touch he was looking for. Bjorn with a miss, but Usyk will be there to save the day for the team. Faded now off the backboard, a solo play, but a missed touch again. Just can't really force it through.
Yeah, no, it can't. And this defense from either side don't look like they're giving an inch. But Bajani takes the ball along, middle it to Usyk. Step behind, but this Fenrir defense wants a series where they do not concede. And well, Vino, is it certainly showing?
Oh, Ripper nearly gets the angle, but Darky is there. A soft touch. Usyk does get the save. A little bit of a scramble in the orange corner, but oh dear, oh me. That might go in. Oh, never mind. The ball is nowhere wanting to go in the net as of yet. Is that on target? No, Ripper gets the save, and it's very, very scrappy currently.
Yeah, it's something the opposite I said from game 1. A lot of mistakes, well, maybe a bit of communication lacking here, but is it going to give Phoenix the first goal? No, it isn't. Finally, no, it isn't. Another miss from, I think it was Usyk, is going to deny Phoenix their first goal and give Fenrir a bit of time here to just relax, grab their boost, and go again. But Fenrir clear out over Bajani. Shot gone long. Usyk has a chance and it's not going to be in. And well, this is very much like game 1. But who is going to take the deciding goal?
So far, what we've been seeing is a lot of, well, not a lot of mistakes. A few mistakes coming up from Fenrir, and not getting punished either because the opportunities by Phoenix are just been put to waste. But here comes another one. Step off the backboard. Will he be able to transition? No, Usyk just nearly got caught off guard there. Does send it back into the blue corner. Does he get the flip? No, but does still follow it up. Ripper gets demoed in the process as Faded sends it away. Up into the middle, Bjorn does get another touch. That's open for Usyk, but he does get the miss. But Bjorn will finally force it through and get the first goal for Phoenix.
Well, as Bajani all set this up, Usyk almost letting the chance go by, but Bajani is there to follow it up. Absolutely, it was a matter of time. Phoenix had so much pressure, so much offensive presence. It was only a matter of time. And now, well, it's Fenrir who are going to be on the back foot of 1-0. And it's going to be Phoenix who more just have to relax into this game. But this does not look like a Phoenix side that will very much give up here at 1-goal lead.
With more than 1 minute left on the clock, there's a lot of time to make Ooh, that was a close one. Nearly thought that would go in, but no. Step keeps it in the corner. Can't really do much there. Usyk now on the follow-up. Tries to put it into the middle, looking for a teammate to pass. Might be forced to go solo. Nearly puts it by Ripper, but he gets a touch to save the day. As Ripper gets a pinch. Usyk now a shot, a bit wide, and again, not on target. Phoenix does get another one by Bjarni, as that's a second goal nearly put to waste.
Yeah, it's the second goal where it's come off an Usyk miss. This is maybe Phoenix have found the formula. Force Usyk to miss an open net and the goals will come along. But I'm sure Usyk will not be the happiest man in the VC right now. But his team have taken the biggest lead of the series so far at 2 goals, leading Fenrir to attack the game. That's exactly what they're going to do. Riperi looking to get the ball middle, but Bajani counters it perfectly as the ball boomed downfield. Darky gets a clear. Bajani gets a 50. Faded is up. Faded gets the ball along, but Usyk just goes slamming into the wall there. And with 30 seconds left, Phoenix look to have this under control here.
Yeah, the pressure is back on Fenrir's hands. They are applying a lot on Phoenix as the clock is ticking down. That was nearly an opportunity. Step getting a demo on Darky. Usyk looking for another play, but gets cut short. Step, no boost to work with now. Does get another touch, but Fader cuts it short. Last few moments of the game. Ripper now keeping it alive. The ball will not go in. Phoenix grabs the second game 2-0.
Well, if there was ever a change, it wasn't really a big change in the playstyle. Both teams looked very matched still, but Phoenix just had more offensive pressure. 7 shots this time, Fenrir only had 4, and I must say, Phoenix did look the better team on that occasion by a margin. Not very much, they still had 3 saves, Fenrir only having 4. Maybe that was the difference, but very much game on now.
Very much game on. 2 more games is left to decide which one of these 2 teams, who are currently 3-1, will be the better team out this day. And so far, it's very promising. Phoenix just turning it around after game 1. Still, a few mistakes could be seen as they could not punish the defensive mistakes of Fenrir, but we'll move over to game number 3 and let's see how both these teams will react now, knowing how strong both sides are. It's going to be interesting.
Yes, it is. And well, if games 1 and 2 have shown us anything, it's that this has been an absolute pleasure of a series already. Game 3 and 4 at this point, I think, are added bonuses at that, but a game or 2 proves crucial at the end of the season. Margins to playoffs or play-ins being by a game or 2 as Phoenix look to get their first goal. A bit of a double commit, but Vino, offensive pressure all with Phoenix again.
Indeed, but Fenrir looking to escape that pressure by Phoenix, nearly slots one in as Bjarni gets a clear but gets cut short by Ripper. Step with a misflip, can't really do much. Fadia applying more pressure. Step on the attack now, sends it up high. Bjarni looking for the touch, tries to pass it into the middle. Step can't really follow it up. Fader now gets it into the Bjarni. That might be dangerous for Phoenix, but they escape for now as Fader regains the possession. A beautiful flick, will it go in? No! Just denied by Bjarni, and a beautiful clear by him as well. Transition by Usyk, nearly goes through. Rip now. A small touch into Fader now with the clear, but looking for a teammate to pass into the middle. Dog is there, but that is too soft, but it will work. Fenrir grabs the lead.
Well, positioning overpower, Darky's shown us. Perfectly positioned, Steb and Bajani it was, just not expecting it. And well, there you go. It is taken away. It is 1-0 Fenrir. And the last time Fen and Ushi, both the teams that have won both sets of games, the other team has not scored. Is this a sign, Vino, or is it going to be broken in game number 3?
A lot of pressure again, but a miss by Steb. Will that go in? Usyk just saves it. A demo from Steb as well, open things up, but Doggy gets to the ball before anyone by Phoenix. That's going dangerously in the middle. Usyk gets blocked by Faded. Beautiful defense by Fenrir. as Bjarne, now with a small touch into the middle, Steb is there, puts it up high, looking for a double touch. Faded is there to intercept, but Ripper now, small touch to the side. Usyk gets a small touch, tries to make a play, does get through Darky, but not Faded. Steb now up from the side, looking for a pass, might go for a solo play, but Bjarne finally forces it through. It's all equalized in game number 3.
Well, there goes my stat. Steb with a beautiful touch from the ceiling. Bajani also to put it in. I think he scored all of Phoenix's goals so far. Someone in chat correct me if I am wrong, but Bajani, the real trouble for Fenrir at the minute. They just can't keep him out. But game all tied as it stands. And now my stat has been proved wrong already. Both teams have scored, but there can only be one winner of this game as Darky looks to get them all middles. Collected by Steb. Counter-attack on. Double commit from Phoenix. Now, we're going to see Phoenix push it middle, but there's not going to be anyone there. And a double demo opens up some space. Faded versus Bajani, but Faded gets the clear. And once again, you know, it's very Phoenix heavy.
A lot of Phoenix heaviness, correct, because a lot of physical plays are coming out from this team, especially when they're on the offense. But that's a pinch. Faded will get there in time to make the save with 0 boost in the tank. A beautiful one as well, as Darkina finds the clear. Faded is on the left side, but Bjarne cuts in short as Ripper tries to find another teammate. Usyk now drops it down. Darky a bit awkward. Faded will make the save yet again. Step tries to pass it to the middle. Usyk keeps the pressure up. Faded off to the side, but no one to follow it up. Bjarne now gets a small touch and a block on Ripper as the ball is sent back into the orange half. Will it be good enough? No. Step, small touch up into the backboard. Faded nearly drops it down. Bjarne grabs possession, flicks it into the side, but again, it's just going back and forth in terms of position. No one looking to make a play out of what they have.
Yeah, no, really. Both teams look to be settling at the minute where teams, they should be looking to go forward here. Phoenix have had 4 shots and Fenrir 3. It's very much sat in the midfield. Usyk to Bajani, look for a pinch, but that is going to be cut out by Ripper, who looks to get a redirect now. Oh my, it's over one. Faded with a shot and a bit of a double commit as Usyk is going to be credited with a save, and Phoenix with a counter-attack. Fizzles out very quickly, but it is a very lively all of a sudden. Vino, and that could be in. Yes, it is. Bajani makes it 2-1.
A little bit scrappy there by Ripper to pass it into Usyk, but of course Darky had 0 in the tank after challenging Bjarne at the corner, getting the boost stolen. 47 seconds left on the clock. Will they be able to equalize? It's now or never as Bjarne looks to drop it down, can't really do so. Step off to the backboard, that's dropping down, but can't really get a better touch than that. Bjarne goes for the shot. Darky gets the clear. Faded looking to apply some more pressure. Both of them in the same corner. Faded getting demoed in the process. That's a top on target. What a save by Darky to keep it away. The ball rolling into the orange corner now. And a lot of defensive mistakes, but not getting punished for anything currently.
Yeah, defensive mistakes, but Darky definitely didn't make one of them. What a save, but it keeps Fenrir alive. 5 seconds left to make a comeback. This is all like the World Cup again with South Korea scoring late.
No!
Oh my. Well, haven't we seen it all? Shot off the bar with 0 seconds left. Oh my goodness. It was almost perfect.
Oh, almost perfect indeed. We could have seen a 0-second goal. There was a demo as well, so we couldn't really see much through the smoke screen, but as soon it cleared up, we were answered with the unfortunate answer that the ball hit the crossbar. But that's not the end yet. They still have another chance to tie things up. And by the looks of it, Phoenix are not excited for the 4th game. They just want to end it all right here, right now.
As you said, I think they want to go with your prediction. They want a 3-1. Obviously, Fenrir will want my prediction of a draw, but It can't all be good. There has to be one winner or a draw. So they can't go out of this 2-1. They can't leave yet. But game number 4 to end it all for the first game of Fenrir versus Phoenix. They will rematch later in the season. But week 1 will be ended for both of these teams after this game. And it's lights out and away we go. But not really. This isn't F1 as now. We're going to see a quick shot for Phoenix, but it's not going to be in, and it's the same style as the other 3 games. Phoenix start off with a quick attack, but can they make something of it? But Johnny looks to, but off the bar, it's a good start for Phoenix here, Vino.
A lot of pressure coming out from Phoenix. Physical plays coming out left, right, and center yet again. They have not lost that fire in them since game 3, or matter of fact, game 2, since they just turned it back. A shot from Bjarni nearly goes through. Ripper gets the save. Small touch out into Usyk. Doki forced to try to make a play. Can't really do much. Bjarni with the possession now off the corner. Looking for a pass into the middle. It is there. Usyk not in position as Ripper is forced to make a pin. Doki now back off to the left corner there as Bjarni with a shot into the corner. Ripper with another touch. Just pressure. Shot off the shot by the same person from Phoenix. But finally, the pressure has been released.
Yeah, and they really needed that as they look to push an attack now, Phoenix. As now, Bajani, Ripper actually goes to the beat. Off the corner, can he beat? Oh my. Almost reading Usyk perfectly, but Darky bangs in middle. Steb is going to be there though, as now Faded bangs in middle. Darky could be there, but Bajani, the goal scorer for Phoenix in this series, steps up in the defense. And oh my. Almost gets a wonderful goal of himself. Clip of the week was almost there, Vino.
Yeah, that angle would have been very insane for the week, but of course, it's not the end yet. Usyk still looking to make an effort to put it in. Can't really do so. That bomb comes through and it is good enough for Step to roll it through. Ripper just sent away.
Yeah, maybe that's what Phoenix need. But Johnny's sent Ripper into the post. And there's the goal they need. And it puts them in the lead. Puts them with their foot on the gas. But Usyk looks to take it all himself. He wants a goal for himself this series. Tries to beat one, but he can't. As Steb gets a shot, and that's just going to be in. The defense know what not to be found. And, well, 2-0.
I believe there was also a bomb at the backboard. Yes, there was Dorky just getting sent away from the backboard by Usyk. As another goal results for Phoenix in, well, physical play. And Fenrir currently just don't know what to do against that, because even if they put themselves perfectly, there's always one attacker just going for them.
Yeah, and it's working. I mean, it's taken them 3 games, but it's working. They've got 2 goals. Fenrir haven't answered yet, and they look very defensive, very scared to go for an attack. But Steb looks to push it upfield. A 3rd goal would surely seal the deal, as Usyk looks for a bump. And it's not to be. Half the game left. It's Rocket League. Anything can happen, but Usyk's gonna not score the 3rd. Never mind. He's very cursed with open nets today, as Fenrir looked for a shot, and it's not gonna be. Vino, Fenrir have it all to do now.
Indeed, I was just about to ask you the golden question: when will Usyk get a goal under his name? Because that was just unfortunate. Shot after shot, it looked good, but just a bit too wide. And this time around, no one from his team to follow it up either to capitalize. But now Bjarni into the middle, gets blocked by Faded as well as Ripper with a pinch off the side. Usyk taking possession, a pass out to the middle. Faded is there, cuts it short, faster than Bjarni. Step tries to get the clear. That was just rolling into the middle dangerously as well. Ripper, a shot on target, but no! It hits the side wall as Usyk. Small little 50. Now 0 boost in the tank for Step. Can't really do much. Bjarni though does get the clear. Darky out into the open step was there. Does cut it short. Usyk now an opportunity to finally seal a goal under his name, but can't really get it by Faded.
Yeah, well, Faded knows that he has to keep his team in this. So saving, doing all they can at the back, and they just need, I think they need a goal in the next 20 seconds. If by 30 seconds the momentum's still with Phoenix, I'd say it's good as done. But there's 40 seconds left. Hooray! Puts one in the top of the net, and Vino, game on.
Game on indeed. Ripper drags Fenrir screaming and kicking with hope of an equalizer in this fourth game. 42 seconds left on the clock. It's throttled down to the middle now for Fenrir if they want to have a chance at the series.
Well, they've been given it as a golden ticket, but Bajani is not going to find Steb. Ripper is not going to find the ball, and Uzyk's not going to find the net. No, yes he is. Never mind. Uzyk's finally found the net, Vino. He's done it.
He has done it. Is this the first one in the whole series? Because I don't remember many
it
goals
is.
out from Usyk. But there he is. There it is on the final game where it matters the most. 28 seconds left on the clock. Phoenix has a 2-goal lead.
They do, and I must say, if it ends like this, it was very deserved. Phoenix had a bit of a weak start, but have they reprimanded for it as this game is not over, but Faded. Gonna get 15.
Oh,
middle. Oh,
no
it's over the bar. How crucial could that be, Vino?
Very crucial. Last dying moments now of the game. And with 5 seconds left on the clock. The shot is on target. Saved and sent away by Steb. And it is the end for Fenrir as Phoenix looking to kill the ball.
Yeah.
And it
well,
is dropped down now.
It's going to be a 3-1 to Phoenix. And well, that wraps up the first series of the day. Obviously, graphics not being at their great... Oh no, graphics seem to be sorted now. So it looks all good, but it seems to have sorted itself out. I was going to say if graphics had fixed, they might not be back, but we do see Fenrir versus Phoenix. We do see a 3-1 to Phoenix, sorry. That would be an error if it said 3-1 to Fenrir, but that is fixed. It's all sorted. So, Vino, what a series, hey?
A very interesting series indeed. It turns out that Phoenix is the better team for this week. Well, tonight at least. Coming out on top. Both coming into that series with a 3-1 series score. Well, Phoenix did do some mistakes in the first game. But they just, they answered brilliantly in the second game. And just kept the momentum going. And Fenrir just didn't really know what to do against it. A lot of physical plays we saw as well tonight in this Masters series. But other than that, Kingsman, I want to ask you for your thoughts about this series and who is your MVP out of the Phoenix roster?
Well, I mean, it was a massive performance from Phoenix. They showed up in the games where it mattered. But Phoenix, I must say, their one man who I said did it all for them up front had to be Bajorni. Absolute, scored most of the goals, made a few of the goals as well in that final game, and did everything all round. But for series even number 1, we are done here. I will still be back to cast the next series, which I believe is Terror versus Dwarfs. In the prospect tier, we go all the way from the highest tier drafted to the lowest. But either way, it should be an interesting game. And sadly, I will have Vino leaving me. Vino, it's been a pleasure, as always. And, well, RSC stream, we'll see you in a bit.
from 24/7 to pretending like I never met you. No, it's all for the best, cause I know we're a mess every time we're together. Going out of my mind, and I wish I could lie, tell you that it gets better. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RSC EU stream. It is the second series of the game. Of the day, not the game. It's the day where we have Terra versus Dwarfs in the prospect tier. And joining me tonight for our second series is More Ice Sky. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing amazing. It's good to be back. I feel like I've been on holiday, so I'm just itching to get back into this gas. But it's good to see you, buddy. And I'm looking forward to this one because we've got an absolute doozy of a game coming. And yeah, I mean, talk about getting the first game back, getting the good one on the tables for me. This is going to be epic. But we'll talk about that in a minute. How are you doing, Gas Man? It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm good, Sky. It's been a while. RSC11 week 1. We are back, and if I remember rightly from what you told me before, Terra was the team you were on last season.
It was indeed. That's why I'm so stoked for this game. It's going to be interesting to see whether these guys have improved without me or whether they've gone the other way. Either way, I'm looking forward to this one because but certainly I know these guys very well. Both Yannick and Psycho, who play for Terra, they are some absolutely strong players, and they got joining them today. They got Merits, who's my replacement. So I'll be interested to see how he sort of fits into the side. So I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, but I mean, we've got a bit of a rivalry going on, Gas, because I mean, it's my former team versus your current team or your current franchise, isn't it?
Yes, it would be. I am currently sat as AGM of Valkyrie Knights, and Dwarfs is my prospect team. But a fact for you all out there, Terra are not fielding Merits for tonight. He is having some Wi-Fi issues, but Dwarfs have Aussie, Strike on YT, and Kronos. 2 of those names will be very big in the prospect scene, as they were 2 of the finalists from last season, and they look to hopefully win it this season. And joining them, they've got Kronos, and I think JWBS is having some issues with his Wi-Fi. But Sky, shall we get into it?
I think we should do before everybody's Wi-Fi just decides to cop out and we can't even get the stream up and running. So let's get this one underway. And I've got to ask you, Gas, before you get in there before me, is it too obvious that I know who you're gonna go for on this one? Who do you think is going to win?
I wonder. But obviously, Sitko and Yannick were a team from last season. But I'm gonna go for let's not finish my. Oh no! 3-1 Dwarfs. They'll lose this game. It's fine. Regame, but Sicko gets a kickoff goal, and Sky, what a start for Terra.
It is indeed, and I have to correct you on this one, Gas, just purely because Psycho will correct me if I get it wrong. But it's Psycho, not Sicko. But both him and Yannick are definitely ones to watch out for in this one. I mean, that opening goal, great kickoff from Psycho, and he gets the ball back in there. But early doors, and of course, it's essentially 4 games, so still a long way to go. And I'm sure Dwarfs have got every chance to bring themselves back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, Psycho did get the goal within 3 seconds. So there's so much time left, even a full game left. But that's going to be a miss from Aussie, but Strike is going to get the ball cleared. 30 seconds in, and this game has already shown potential as Psycho beats Aussie. Kronos with a misread. The ball's just going to trickle in front of the net. Yannick's up, gets the angle, but Strike is going to pull a save out here as Stormer is going to get a 50 here as Aussie looks to clear it, and it is going to be cleared momentarily though. Stormer puts it back into the middle. Strike with a miss. Psycho puts it a bit wide, and a minute in, this game looks very matched, but Terra, they do have the upper hand here as Yannick makes it 2. As soon as I was saying it was equal, Sky, what have they done? They double their lead.
Having done, and it's just the Terra just putting in a bit of pressure there, just keeping the ball in Dwarf half, and it just pays off. It just goes to show you just keep on that pressure at this sort of level, you're going to create mistakes and you're going to make your opponents slightly panic, which they did there, and they've come out better for it. Two goals ahead now, but we're not even at the halfway point. So it's just Dwarfs, I think, have just got to settle down a little bit. Don't panic too soon. Like I said at the start, there's still plenty left to play for, and they just got to work their way back into this one. But currently, Terra seem like they've definitely bringing in the form that we had last season, and putting in some good rotations at the moment. So it's good to see.
Yeah, it is, especially this early on in the season, showing such strong form, but Psycho tries to get it in, but Strike picks up his third save, saving the team definitely from being absolutely destroyed in game 1 as he looks to put it on net, but Stormer is going to take it away. Kronos now left as last man, going to be beaten by Stormer, and well, the Sky, I don't want to say this, but Terra running away with game number 1.
They are indeed, and to say I'm a little bit jealous would be an understatement. But I can't remember last season when we managed to get this such a good start early on in the series. So you know, fair play to the boys. They've been playing a good, solid Rocket League at the moment, just doing the fundamentals, doing basics, which is what they're picking up from last season, where we just focused mainly on the rotations and putting in a good effort at the moment. It just doesn't seem like Dwarves have got an answer for it yet, just a little bit all over the place. But you know, it's kind of what happens at the start of the season. You just got to find your feet a little bit, and you know, it's a long old slog. So I don't know. Any thoughts on what Dwarves can do to kind of bring themselves back into this one?
I'm looking at it from a minute in, I'd say a bit more control. There's not really that coordination so far from Dwarfs. They're giving Terra a lot of opportunities to clear it, and well, a few misreads doesn't do them any good, as that's not going to be saved. Psycho with an absolute psycho of a shot, going top corner, 106 kph, and well, I have no words. I'm stunned.
He's improved a little bit since last season, I'll tell you that. I mean, his shooting accuracy has gone up a heck of a lot, if that's what we're sort of basing it on at the moment. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just a case of, Terra, even though I'm not playing for them and they've got 2 new players in their team, when you've got a strong duo in the form of Psycho or nearly getting, as I mentioned his name, you get a nice passing field there. But when you've got a strong duo as the core of your team, it's quite easy for a new person to sort of come in and just sort of figure things out. And Dwarfs, correct me if I'm wrong, they're a brand new team, aren't they? So they're very much sort of starting from scratch.
Yeah, except from the fact that it's going to be a goal for Kronos. But the only thing is we've got Strike and Ozzy, Strike and Ozzy, who are both on the Pluton roster last season, so we're hoping that can come into effect. But Kronos is going to be the one who secures the first goal, and maybe a bit of a comeback. But I know how strong Merits is as a player. He played very well under a suffering element roster last season, and I'm sure it would be a big miss to this Terror roster to have to put him on IR. But the team's doing very well without him. Psycho and Yannick, this duo, as you said, are linking up perfectly, Sky, and well, if they can continue this, they are very much on for a dominant series.
Yeah, I think, I don't want to show any bias, but I'm secretly hoping that might happen, and it might get a 5th one here. Just couldn't quite squeeze it in there, but yeah, at the moment, good start from Terra, and it'll be interesting to see whether they can keep this up in the second game, because I know last season probably the consistency was the thing that we lacked a little bit in some of the series during the season. So with a minute left on the clock and 3-goal advantage, they've certainly put themselves in a good place. But Dwarfs maybe just got to forget about this game and see what comes in game 2.
Yeah, exactly. Every game is a clean slate, but Terra will be so good going into this. They've taken that game. They've got that momentum, and no, you don't even have to share any bias. That is how it is. Terra look like they could go on and dominate this series if they keep this form up. But, as you said, there's still 3 games left. There's still time. But Psycho wants it to be 5. Isn't going to be. Storman looks to make it 5 off the bar. Yannick, is Yannick there? Yes, Yannick is. And it's a save by Strike. And, oh my. Ball finally goes in net and Yannick gets the goal.
I was about to say, Gash, you get your words out eventually there, but that was the luck is definitely with Terra at the moment. That one just squeezing in at a near post there, but again, just comes from a nice bit of pressure from Terra, just putting the pressure on Dwarfs, just getting them on the back foot and managing to make it pay for them. And 5-1, 10 seconds left on the clock. Maybe a little bit of a consolation goal, perhaps for Dwarfs. Not when they do a slight miss like that, and Kronos almost giving it away. And going forward, they've got to watch out for those mistakes and just make sure they basically get the fundamentals right, I think. Yeah,
I mean, you said a consolation goal would be good, but we are attacking the blue net. They might have to have a chat about that. They are attacking the blue net, so we don't need any last-minute own goals. to add to well, what has been a very one-sided match, I must say. Terra, 10 shots, and Strike has had 5 saves himself. Very much one-man defense, and only 3 shots for Dwarfs. If anything shows from that game, Terra are rapid and are on form as it stands.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good run last season, and it seems like we're just well, I say we. I'm not involved anymore. I've gone, but the boys are basically seem like they've still got that synergy that they had last season, which is good to see. And going forward, game number 2, Dwarves just got to. It's a tricky one. I think Dwarves were put on the back foot by that early goal. Straight off the kickoff. First game of the season. That's not what you want, and maybe it just sort of put them a bit at odds. So game number 2, if they get a better start, then who knows? We might see them grow into it, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, I will show bias. Hopefully, Dwarfs do join this. Obviously, I'm not going to when I'm casting, but there's a bit inside of me that I think everyone will know. There's always a bit inside me, even if I'm not casting, that will want these Dwarfs to push on and win this. But at the moment, Terra deserve every bit of goal, every point they're getting. They are playing superb. But game number 2, Kronos looks to start an attack. Strike's going to get a shot. And finally, VK open the scoring. And it's going to be Strike who gets goal number 1.
It just seemed like Stormer there, slightly hesitating, trying to get the ball second man, just a slight hesitation, just open up the space, and shot on target there by Strike, gets in the back of the net. And it's going to be interesting to see now whether Dwarfs, with the momentum shifts, and they can carry on that at the moment, and Strike's trying to get a second goal here, 4 minutes, only 30 seconds gone on the clock, but seems like it's a good start for Dwarfs, and maybe we'll see them grow into it. Oh, not if they can see easy goals, but good, easy enough save on the line for them.
Yeah, good save indeed. And Aussie looks to push the team forward, but cleared out by Yannick. The GM himself put in on a shift. He's just got PC, and the PC buff might be real for Yannick. That is one thing I could have mentioned in the last game. Oh, there was an opportunity there, but it's not going to be had as Psycho and Aussie, 50 in the midfield. Aussie looks to bring the ball up. He takes it, drops down. I was about to say, you're not Aussie, you're not doing that in Prospect, surely. But what an attack, and it fizzles out, and Terra look to start their reign of dominance again.
Now they're kind of putting in good plays at the moment, just working their way upfield, and then when the ball gets punted back into their own half, they manage to retain possession and push it up again. And Terra just got to be careful that they don't let this run away from them and concede a second goal. That'll be a difficult one to come back for at the moment, and Kronos nearly trying to squeeze one in near post there, but Aussie getting demo for his teammate there, making sure that they feel that one. And I say it all the time, and I'm not going to change my mind this season as well, but I think demos, that's the way to go this for this Prospect tier. Demos, clear the space, open things up. As you see, their ball getting up, punted up the end of the field, and Yannick, was that a goal steal? I think that was a goal steal on that one. Yannick,
very cheeky indeed, as he yoinks Psycho's goal. Just no defender from VK. Wasn't VK just chasing the demos, as you said? They know the strategy, but potentially not utilizing it in the right way here. But Kronos looks for a quick shot past Psycho, but Yannick gonna be the rock in defense, and maybe the man on attack is there. Oh wow, just goes in, and Yannick is on fire. Who's gonna stop him? Clearly not Dwarfs now.
That was just a case there. Aussie just pushing a little bit too far as third man, and it just allowed, when you get that lucky 50 on the side there, you just basically caught flat foot. Nothing you could do about that one. And after making a good start, Dwarfs are now finding themselves on the back foot again with a goal, 2 goals to 1, and just got to be careful that they don't let this one fall away like they did in the first game there, as Yannick making sure to shore up a bit of defence there, pushing, shot on target, crossbar and down, and not quite in this time. And Dwarfs, as they approach the halfway point, they seem like they're starting to panic again slightly.
They do, but I must say, as much as we can say Dwarfs aren't, never mind, a bit of a misread in the defense, and Psycho is gonna get it round Aussie. Bit of a tight angle, but it's gonna be cut me off completely. But All I'm saying is with Yannick's performance this, I might have to be spamming in general. Hashtag Yannick to challenger. Because oh my, on this game, Sky, is he on fire?
He is. He was as solid as a rock last season, and he's carrying that momentum now into this season, which is good to see. But you know, Dwarfs are still not out of it. If they can find another quick goal with 2 minutes left, then you know, it's back on game on there. Kronos now right hand side, trying to work the 50 in field. But neither of his teammates pushing up a second man there, allowing Stormer to push now left hand side. Gives the ball away, and the ball gets punched straight towards the net. And yeah, Dwarves are just not able to find that rhythm that they had in the first half of the game. And Terra managed to grow into this one. And yeah, Terra looking very solid on defense now, so it's going to be a difficult one for Dwarves to open up.
Oh yeah, very good point. Yeah, as good as they've been on attack, their defense has been a little bit better. Terra have got preseason nailed for what they needed. Chemistry between Psycho and Yannick, and well, it's paying dividends. Aren't they looking? Ooh, yes it is. It's paying good dividends being paid out as Kronos looks to get it middle. Is there anyone up? It would have been Strike, but Strike isn't going to do anything with it. Ozzy gets the ball over one, almost over Psycho, but Psycho and Yannick, the duo is back. The Terror from last season is looking. Oh, sorry, the duo from sorry. Sky isn't on the field as much as I want to see him on the field. He is not today, as there's a bit of a miscommunication between Kronos and Strike, as the attack is slowly progressing. Ball in front of net, and Ozzy will put it in. Finally, it felt like more of an if than when as the ball trickled across net, but game on.
It is indeed. I was on the verge of saying, you know, you got to give credit to Superior Stormer as well for coming in and you know, fitting in with the rotations of Yannick and Psycho. But on that occasion, the rotations just seemed to fall apart slightly, opening the net out there for Dwarfs to come in and get the goal. And yeah, 30 seconds left. They've still got to find one to get anything out of this second game here. Otherwise, Terror are going to be in a very good position. Kronos, save on the line there by Psycho. And 25 seconds left. Dwarfs seem like they're starting to push now.
Yeah, and they are pushing forward in numbers. Ozzy demos Yannick. Ozzy gets past the ball though. He looks to make a charge and be the leader in this team. Kronos is going to be up, but it's not going to be. 10 seconds left. One last push. South Korea made it work. Can Dwarfs now? But Psycho's going to get the clear. Ozzy goes for it. He doesn't keep it up. And after a very good fight back, Terror take game 2.
They do, and you got to think that first half of the game actually seemed like Dwarfs had managed to find their rhythm, but then Terror and Yannick just getting those couple of nice goals. Well, one goal still. I'm not going to let him live that one down. But yeah, a couple of goals, and it just seemed to put Dwarfs again on the back foot. And going forward, they just need to relax a little bit, because I know for sure Yannick and Psycho, two very good players who will talk to each other. You know, if they're battling, you know, trying to come back into the game, then when you've got two calming forces like that, it really helps. And it seems like Stormer's fitting in nicely with that and taking it on board. So Dwarfs just need to do something similar now. They can't get the win, but they can certainly get a draw. But they just got the consistency. It just seems to be lacking at the moment for Dwarves to me.
Yeah, it is. But it looks like we're making a sub. We're bringing on JWBS for Kronos. Kronos did have a good few games, but the team have felt otherwise as JWBS joins the field and replaces Kronos. I wonder how this shapes up the game. JWBS a lot more mechanical in that sense. We've seen it preseason, but Yannick and Psycho have been an outstanding duo so far, and it depends how they will continue as Ozzy. Lovely little double tap, pushing it downfield, and Dwarfs already looking more confident as they score. Oh, goal steal. There's a goal steal for there's a goal steal for Dwarfs. We can blame Ozzy and Yannick now. There's two people to blame.
I'll give Ozzy the benefit of their doubt on that one. I'm not too sure how much he knew that he was going to steal that goal. When it was one of those cases that could have been an absolutely incredible save, but fortunately for him, it was in the back of the net. And again, Dwarfs taking a goal advantage here in the first minute. So just got to make sure they maintain that advantage at the moment. No, Terror trying to find quick response back into this one. About 30 seconds gone, and Dwarfs looking a lot better, a little bit calmer as Aussie now trying to find a pass infield. Superior Stormer. He is playing a really good role coming in as a third man for Terra. He's fitted in quite nicely, I must say. And he seems to be working out at the moment. But as we've gone past, I come up to minute played on the clock. Dwarves got the advantage.
Yeah, they do, but this was the same story as last game. Unless Dwarfs can break through with another goal, we might be seeing a repeat, because Terra just needed time to work into that last game. As now Strike looks to get it past Yannick. Aussie goes up as well. Right, Stormer, let's see what he can do up front. He gets it to Yannick. That's what he can do. We've been complimenting Yannick, but it's time to compliment Stormer. What a pass, what a play. Good goal.
Beautiful goal. There it came off the back of Strike and Aussie, just pushing both as the first and second man, just pushing very hard, and a great counter move there by Stormer and Yannick going upfield and hitting the back of the net, and just like that we're back to all square again. And now we're going to see whether Dwarfs can just keep their nerve a little bit. Aussie slight whiff from the corner, their left hand side. Yannick able to push now in the corner, but Stormer getting bumped for his dues in the middle of the net there, and not able to offer the passing option for Yannick. But they've managed to retain possession a little bit. Strike a good speed from him, straight into the path for Yannick, punts it upfield, and Dwarfs do seem like they're starting to panic. A few misses coming in. Can Saki get on the end of this one in the back of the net? And there we go again. Dwarfs seem to be... They just can't hold it together, Gas. What's going on?
I think it was a mixture of Aussie and JWBS going for the same boost, and they bumped each other. Simple as. And Strike going for the balls first. He ain't going to get back to it. As Aussie, I don't think he's having the best series here. I've seen him have some spectacular series in the past in preseason. This might not just be it. He's making a few errors. And JWBS, what a bang from him upfield. That could be on target. But Yannick, calm, collected, and clears it. As now, JWBS hits it long. Is there someone on the end of it? It's going to be Strike. 2 Terra defenders. This is the chance Dwarfs need to punish. But Yannick, he's punished VK for trying to mess with him. And well, attack fizzles out, gives Terra that chance to rotate. That is why Yannick has been so good. He has kept the rotations in order. And now we're going to see a Terra attack, ball middle, but Strike does get on the end of it. And I must say, this is a very strong Terra team.
It is. I mean, the fundamentals that we had last season of good rotations and good solid defence have carried through into this season, and it seems like both Psycho and Yannick, and just improved their offensive capabilities as well. So definitely going to be watching out for these lads going forward in the season. But currently at the moment we've got this game to go ahead. There's Aussie trying to work his way back in to try and square things up, but saving the line there. Slight double commit there by Psycho and Yannick, but it's worked out in favour now. Right, so Yannick right hand side can find a passing field. Stormer's waiting there. Can't quite get on the end of it. Get on the end of this one. No, trying to work his way in, squeezes it in. And when placement doesn't work, just force your way in. And Terra take a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, I mean, talk about force. He's just shoved it in. He gets a goal for his troubles and leaves Dwarfs 2 goals behind. Oh my, who would have thought? They had the lead. They just needed to relax and hang on, but Terra have just dominated. There's been no end of domination here as the ball gets cleared along now. A Strike going to boom it upfield. Stormer looks for the clear. JWBS looks to do it all himself. Unfortunate bounce for Aussie, but Aussie's going to reach it off the post. Is there an attacker? No, there isn't. The attack fizzles out. And that's been the story for Dwarfs, I think. They defense is very not intact, not calmed very well, but when they get an attack, it's normally just fizzled out very quickly. But this could be a goal. It's going to be for JWBS. Lucky Strike and JWBS don't bump each other there, but we're within a goal.
Yeah, game on again. Just over a minute left on the clock. Can Dwarfs salvage a point from this series? They've certainly given themselves an opportunity now, but you've got to be careful because Terra are very difficult to break down, as we've seen so far in the season. So still got a lot to do for Dwarfs, but they're almost all that hard work, just not quite working out for them. Yannick now right hand corner here, trying to work her way into the infield. Didn't quite get it. Lovely flick there by JW, but couldn't meet couldn't get past Psycho, who's playing a good second man role there. Aussie passing field, JW, and again Yannick. But it's the rotations again for Terra. It's what you need at this level. You know, when the first man's pushing, make sure that your second man's right there. And they're definitely working them hard at the moment. Pass across field, but Stormer just a little bit slow on that one. And 30 seconds left on the clock. Dwarf, can they do it? We will see.
Well, 30 seconds is definitely enough time for one goal. Certainly not for two, so let's not concede another one. But Aussie, oh, as soon as I say it, caster curse gets to me. Oh, the joys of being a caster, you'll find out if you come cast one day. But 10 seconds, Yannick misses it. Psycho gets beaten by JWS. Strike beats Stormer. Ball up, can Strike beat Yannick? He gets the bump. JWBS can't keep it up, and it's going to be Terra who take the win. But with one game left, can Dwarf salvage a point, or do Terra take the sweep?
Well, you got to. I not because I'm being biased or anything, but genuinely, I think Terra have just shown that they've definitely got a lot of dominance in this game here. But they just seem a lot calmer, a lot more composed than Dwarfs are at the moment. Yes, Dwarfs could do, have some good opportunities and get themselves in front in the last two games. But you just see when you're going up a team like Terra, who I know from my personal experience, it's all about the communication and just being calm under pressure. Dwarfs have just got to match them on that sort of mental game. But the thing is now they can't win, they can't draw. They might as well throw everything at Terra and just keep their fingers crossed that they manage to come away with at least one victory.
I mean, same story for Terra. They haven't got much to lose. They've won the series. They've got 3 out of it. They might as well just full send it as well, because they get the majority of the games hit no matter. But game number 3, JWBS rejoins the field, and well, it's the sub looked like it worked in game 3, and it might work here as we know getting an early goal doesn't do anything, but it's not going to be in as Psycho straight to JWBS as now Stormer 50'd by Aussie. Strike on YT. Strike even. I don't know why I said his full name, but he clears the ball now, and Psycho versus Aussie. Psycho beats him on this occasion, and my brain has just clocked this that he's using the Back to the Future car, I think it is, or I might be wrong. I might have just said that completely out of turn, but more Ice Guy. This game is crucial.
But by the way, you're correct. Yeah, Psycho loves the Back to the Future car. That is his main car, and it's an awesome car to have. And Stormer, got to be careful here. Aussie trying to push on that one, but Stormer, good save from him on the line. And both these teams basically just throw your gloves off, lad. Let's just have a slugfest at the moment, because the series is done and dusted. The Psycho trying to push for his first opening goal there, but Strike, good save from him on the line. And JW clears that one into the corner. A minute played. Surprisingly, we haven't seen an opening goal yet within the first minute. What's going on, lads?
I don't know. Well, I was just waiting, because I was waiting to either go, hey, you know what, there's the goal, or not, but that trickles off the goal line, and yeah, very weird. We're seeing a more controlled, calm game. Both teams seem to have got the rhythm now, as now Aussie, Psycho with a bouncing shot, isn't going to be red on the board, and there's your goal. There you go.
Hey, that's what you want. Open the scoring with a turbo goal. Turbo Pulsar would be proud of that one for sure. Strikeout, just not much you can do when you get an awkward shot like that in front of your net. But first blow goes to Terra, and they'll be looking now to make the killing blow to get the clean sweep and get this season off to a good, clean start. But Dwarves, I think they're just playing for glory at the moment, just making sure, they get something out of this game. But it's the start of the season, Gas. They still got plenty of time to work on things and work out the basics. But Yannick, he's just been an absolute 50 machine. So many goals so far during this series, and he's just got a great 50 off Aussie on that one. Sends it back in net, and again, strikeout, just wrong place, unfortunately, as a third man, and in the back of net, 2-0 Terra.
Back in my day, the Fennec didn't do 50s like that. But for Yannick, it clearly does. And is he making it work? And are they fighting for glory? Are they fighting for what I'm going to say to them after? Obviously nothing bad. They've played the series on stream. It's better than I could do. But, yeah, Terra have just been sensational. I'll keep saying this. I don't care how many times I say it. They look like they could win Prospect. Oh, ignore that. They look, if the best they're playing, they look like they could win it. And Aussie with a redirect isn't going to be in, but... So as I was saying, they look like a very dominant team who cancel out all the bumps and the mistakes, could win Prospect.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, Gas, let's maybe not give them praise just so they can... it seems like we're caster cursing them no ends at the moment. We're giving too much praise and they just fall apart and double commit and bump into each other. But yeah, early doors, yeah, still a long way to go. But if they can carry up this form, then they might be able to go for sure a bit further than what we managed to do last season, which I will be very jealous of, and I will hold it against them. But at the same time, I'll be super proud of the boys if they can go on to win it. But just under 2 minutes left, and you got to feel Dwarves maybe just got to find some sort of consolation from this series at the moment. But currently, Terra just putting in a dominating fourth game performance. They want the sweep.
Oh yeah, and Stormer could have made it 3, but he's not going to. Yannick could, but Strike denies him at the near post, and well, ball sent long. JWBS has the chance. Yannick. Strike has a chance. He's gonna slot it, and the game's not over till the buzzers beats. And well, we're within. Actually, no, we've been here before. Oh, I'm getting flashed. We've been here before, but for my optimism's sake, there's 1 goal in it. 90 seconds. It is very possible.
Just relax, Gas. You know, like you say, the opportunity is there. Oh my word! Nearly he's had the door slam closed firmly in their face, but. Yeah, they got a chance now. They just got to make sure they don't concede another goal off the cross by Yannick. Oh, what a catch from him! Can't quite send it on target, and Strike clears up at the far post there. Beautiful play there almost by Yannick. Just couldn't quite get the finishing touch, and shot coming in there from Strike, I think it was. And a minute left on the clock. Still every chance for Dwarves. They just got to be careful that they don't concede another one here.
I blame the Yannick PC buff personally. He's in a new level. He's in a new world. But fair enough to him. As we're gonna see, Dwarfs, they have had a good game, but Terra still have been better. But 40 seconds left. Strike looks to put it on. But it's not gonna be right. Keep praising Terra. There's gonna be a goal soon. But anyway, 30 seconds left. It's gonna be Stormer, who could be a crucial miss here. JWBS gets the demo. It's a crucial demo at that, and well, 2-2. Let's keep the praise for Terra coming. Caster Curse exists, but it's a brilliant demo from JWBS, and it's an open net. Aussie thankfully doesn't miss those, but 22 seconds, Sky, and we're in dangerous territory for both sides.
Yeah, are indeed, and I said it earlier on in the series. You know, demos is the way to go at this level. Oh, what a touch! Superior Stormer. Oh, calm down, lad. Dwarves they were feeling it. They were looking confident, and then Superior Stormer just dongs it off the top of JW, and it sends it into the back of the net. And nothing Aussie can do about that one, apart from just look on, and a little tear comes to his eye as they came so close. But it seems like it's going to be the clean sweep for Terra.
Oh, Storm, you do nothing for my heart rate. Go on, 0 seconds. Dear, it's the end of the series now. I can praise them as much as I like. They damn well deserved it. A good 4-0, and well, they look very good. Maybe it just wasn't Dwarf's day, but no matter what you can say, Yannick's PC clearly buffing him in a good way, and Terra look unstoppable.
Yeah, I just feel jealous at the moment. I mean, if only we could have done this last season right from the start. But no, like you say, fair play. Psycho and Yannick seem like they still got the chemistry that they had from last season. And Stormer coming in, I'm not too sure whether he's their permanent sub or he's just coming as a free agent at the moment. I'm not entirely sure.
It's FA because Merits has gone on IR.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, I mean, it's when you got two solid players like that, it's going to be very easy for a free agent or for a sub or for whoever to come in,
Yeah.
and just as long as they've got the right mentality and they communicate, which is I know for a fact is what Yannick really sort of tries to emphasise, then it's going to work wonders for them, and it showed in that series there. I mean, Dwarfs had their moments, they did, but it's just the defense and the slight panicking, Going forward, I think Dwarfs just need to work out the fundamentals and sort their basics out, and they'll give themselves a chance. But first game of the series, first game of the season, still lots to play for. But yeah, Terra, fair play, looking very strong.
Yeah, very strong indeed. And well, I mean, if they continue that run, as I said, they are going to do very well this season, which I know Sky will be jealous of. But for our second series, that is it. I will be departing us for this series, and the next game will be Andrew versus Bladesmiths in the Elite tier. So, from me and Sky, it is thank you. Sky will be rejoining you for the next game, and well, we'll see you soon.
Tell me where you wanna go. We could fly to the stars, yeah. Tell me if you wanna stay. We could fly night and day, yeah. Tell me where you wanna go. We could fly to the stars, yeah. Tell me if you wanna stay. We could fly, yeah. Tell me where you wanna go. We could fly to the stars, yeah. Tell me if you wanna stay. We could fly night and day, yeah. Tell me where you wanna go. We could fly to the stars, yeah. Tell me if you wanna stay. We could fly, yeah. To the stars, yeah. To the stars, yeah.
Bust it out. Quit running your mouth, you better bust it out. Bust it out.
casting booth, and as I say casting booth, you can now hear my beautiful voice. I know I've moved from the production booth to the casting booth. I'm still here. I'm not still here. I was here in behind the scenes, but I'm now here in the front, and Mura Sky is still here with us. Are you on the right vibe, Mark?
Yeah, this time on the right vibe. It's good to have you in the casting booth with me as well, Potter. I mean, you're an absolute legend. You're basically sort of doing several jobs at once now. So, you know, fair play to you and for stepping in for this. This is going to be absolutely amazing. But it's good to be casting with you because I haven't casted with you in a while because you've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, man. It's going to be a good one.
Indeed, it is. We've got IOV up against the Messiahs of Visionary. Visionary, it's going to be their first outlook on stream as a franchise, and we don't know a whole lot about this roster. I was speaking on Power Rankings with the guys behind the scenes of the Power Rankings. It's like, well, this could either be a really good roster. We believe it's a pre-made roster coming into the RSC, and that's why we put them as the dark horses in the Power Rankings, because we really don't know what to expect from this roster.
Yeah, I mean that could definitely work in their favour as well because coming in as an unknown essence, you know, who knows? And it's difficult to approach it, especially if you're IOV. You know, first game of the season, you're going again up against people and players and a team that you don't know how they might potentially act. You know, you got to sort of suss them out from the start, and whether if Messiahs are a strong side that are very aggressive from the start, from the get go, then it might, you know, unsettle IOV from the very beginning, but we just don't know. I mean, it's a kind of nice position to be in as a caster and as a viewer, because this is going to be an interesting one to see. There's no preconceptions. Basically, these are just two teams that are just going to go gung ho, hopefully, and give us a great series. But you know, that's why we're not showing you any stats. That's why we're not showing you any standings. There's no point. There's nothing to show. So I don't know about you, Potter, but rather than us sort of try and waffle and make predictions and, you know, try and do the usual sort of jibber jabber that we do beforehand, why don't we just actually see what this new Messiah team can do and whether IOV, who had a decent season last season, whether they can maintain that that momentum and take, you know, like we've seen with Terra in the previous game, whether they can keep it up for this next season. So I don't know about you, Potter, but I'm about ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly like you say. It's the start of the season, so no stats, no standings, no anything like that. But we might as well run down the roster for each of these teams before we do get into the action. For IOV, Taylor, Alanis, Barissa, and Pressure. And for the Messiahs, 314ZZA, Raw Potato, Fat Cat, and James15, believed to be the sub. It's 3 Scandinavian players, and that's why we believe it to be a pre-made roster, unless that is pure coincidence.
Wow, who knows? Your guess is as good as mine, Potter. And as eager as I am to get this underway, I just suddenly realised we haven't actually got all the players in the lobby at the moment, so we might have to do a bit of pre-game waffle for quite some time, which is going to be interesting if we don't know much about these teams. But I suppose, you know, the question to you, Potter, whilst we're waiting for the players to join the lobby, I mean, as a new team coming into RSC, how would you, if it was you playing, how would you personally approach it? Would you sort of try and stamp your authority right from the beginning, or would you just kind of sort of play it casual, play it smooth? Like, what would be your mentality going into it?
I mean, you want to come in and make a name for yourself, realistically, but it depends on what this team is. If they are a pre-made coming in, what is their perspective on the RSC? Are they using this as a bit of a casual, try and vibe out, just see how it goes, play together, have some fun? Or do they really want to come in and make an absolute stamp on the division and try and do everything they can to win it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it's me personally, I would just go demo heavy and just go absolutely crazy. I mean, that's one way to make your mark in RSC, but that's just me. You know, anyone that's seen me on streams before knows that I just love a good demo. But yeah, I mean, the other thing as well, IOV, you know, they put in a good performance last season. They've only got one player from that team come forward into this season. So I suppose the other question is, you know, how are they going to all gel together, and whether Taylor, who was part of our IOV last season, how he's going to sort of fit in with this new roster. And it's a tricky one. I don't know about you, Potter, but certainly sort of playing with new players. Do you reckon Taylor's going to sort of be leading the charge in this one, or do you think it's going to be another unknown, and you know, only time will tell whether they can work as a team?
Taylor always seems to find a way within the RSC to build some kind of a good roster. He knows what he's doing. I believe he's been an AGM on Solaris at some point as well. He knows how to build a roster. And I mean, Alanis and Barissa alongside him, I don't think it's a bad roster at that. They've definitely got a point to prove, and I'm sure they'll be up there within the standings. But I also believe we've got everybody in the lobby ready to start this one. And as well, just a little correction before we get going. I've been told by the GM of Visionary behind the scenes, 314ZA goes by Pizza.
Ah, well, there you go. Pepperoni pizza or just pizza?
Pizza, apparently. I'm not sure what kind of topping their favourite is over in Sweden, but if anybody wants to let us know, feel free to do so.
Okay, on that note, all players are in. Everyone's here to get this one underway. So let's get this game of unknowns underway and see whether IOV can maintain their momentum from last season or whether the new boys in the form of Messiah will be able to take the early advantage here. And so we got IOV in red and Messiah in blue. Early doors and Fat Cat, Fake Kate, Fat Cat, whatever you want to call him, pushing on the right hand side there as a good 50 from in, pops it into path of Poe, but Taylor, the man we were talking about at the start there, clearing things up and just alleviate some of that early pressure. Early pressure. Look who's on the ball. It's pressure. Sorry, that's terrible. That's a terrible pun. But I don't know about you, Potter. But I'm already trying to think of more puns to say as we go on with the match.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep going. You've got time to think of him. Almost had a goal replay to play off with pressure shot coming on. No Alanis on the field though for IOV. Pressure coming in as the lowest CMV player on this team. Looking to make a name for himself. Almost the first goal coming out from IOV by that man again, Pressure. He seems to be absolutely everywhere on the field in the first opening minute.
Yeah, it's good passing field there, but neither of his teammates getting on at the end of that one. Taylor though clearing things up, right hand corner off the ceiling. He's got his set. What can he do with it? Shot on target in the back of the net. And the man that we mentioned, who was playing for IOV last season, seems like he's carrying his form into the new one. Lovely shot off the ceiling there. Nothing Azza could do on the line to keep that one out. And first goal goes to IOV.
Indeed, it does. What a way to open the scoring here. Minute 10 seconds in is all IOV needed. They've been the top dog so far in this game, but Azza almost with the double touch to regain or try and get a draw in the series instantly, try and level it up early on, unable to do so. It's the first real bit of offense we've seen coming out from the Messiahs. No goal to show for it just yet though.
No, it wasn't. There was a lovely demo there by Barissa coming back just to alleviate some of that pressure for IOV, but they haven't been able to clear the lines at the moment. Here now they can with Barissa passing outfield in path for Taylor, and just like that, caster's curse maybe, but what a counter in one fell swoop. Barissa cuts outfield into path for Taylor. There he is again, shot into the middle of the net, and it's 2-0 IOV.
A great snipe upfield to spot out Taylor. Taylor snipes it into the back of the net. Like you say, 2-0 to IOV. It only looks like it's going in that one direction so far, but Messiahs have got 3 minutes to try and flip the script in this game.
Yeah, but I mean, they certainly, coming in as new boys, and your first game's on stream. Maybe it's a case of nerves just sort of popping in into their back of their head somewhere, but Fake Kate trying to make sure that he's giving his team a chance. Didn't quite get the finishing touch he wanted on that one, and now it's the turn of IOV to again try and look for some sort of counter attack. But it's a passing field by Poe into path of Fake Cake, and he's a shot on target, just hits the post and bounce out enough for Taylor to clear his lines.
Only just mere margin separating these two teams. Ooh. That one off the crossbar coming out for the Messiahs, not looking too great for them in terms of finishing and getting the job done in offense, but still half the game remaining for them to come back into it. IOV though not letting up just yet.
Here's that man Taylor looking to try and find another cheeky shot off the sideboard there. Didn't quite get the touch he did as for his first goal, but Barissa clearing up as third man now. And I mean, Messiah, they're showing some early promising signs, but a lovely save there near post by Pressure. Shot again by Fake Cake. And just as I was saying there, Messiah is looking like they're putting in some decent attempts, but just not able to get a finishing touch at the moment, it seems.
No finishing below, like you said. It's kind of the story of this first game for the Messiahs. All offense, but nothing coming through. No goals to show for it. Again, still time on the clock. They need to make something happen to allow themselves enough time on the clock to get that second goal and try and equalise up this game to have any hope of getting this game number one. But Taylor down the other end of the field, infield, Poe there to get the touch away. Fat Cat as well, just to clear it even further. Raw Potato, I believe it is the man there, name of Poe. Still, nothing coming through from the Messiahs, but they've looked a lot more lively since conceding that second goal.
They have done, but Ivy at the moment playing a good, solid game of soaking up the offensive pressure, looking for the counter-attack. They might have a third goal here, pressure shot on target, not able to keep the ball down and just pops it off the backboard there. And now it's the turn of Poe, or Raw Potato, as you say, trying to work his way on the right-hand side here. Isa not able to get anything on that one, but saved near post from the shot from Fake Cat. And yeah, minute left on the clock, and they've got to find something quickly, otherwise we're going to see Ivy take the first game here.
Minute left for them to do just that. Still clean sheet for Iovi as it stands. Will it stay that way? We're going to have to find out. Pressure keeping this one out of defence. Taylor to bang this on straight at the net. Raw Potato scrambling back to it, trying to get it over Taylor. Does so successfully. No second touch out of defence up as Pizza is there to get that ball away. Pressure in the midfield though. All they need to do at this point is delay time. They're doing that rather well, this Iovi side, but finally a chance coming through for the Messiahs to get a goal back. Nothing comes through for them.
Here's Taylor, probably man of the game so far. Lovely pass to his teammates Brissa there, but just beaten to it by Fake Cat. And the clock ticking down. Definitely going to see IOV take the first game here, unless we see some sort of epic miracle. Not going to happen now as the clock reaches 0. Ball's grounded, and there we have it. First game to IOV. And I have to say, to me, it wasn't really a dominating performance, but what IOV did very well is they took the opportunities when it came their way. I mean, you can see there, they only had 3 shots on target, but they still managed to get 2 goals in the back of the net. And then they just locked themselves down. And he soaked up the pressure that was coming from Messiahs, and they played an absolutely blinder on defence, and just didn't really allow Messiahs to get any clear opportunities. I mean, yeah, you could say Messiahs had some chances, and they definitely look promising. But going forward into the next game, they've got to make sure they at least get one, sink one of those opportunities, and maybe sort of build from that, Potter.
It got to the point, like you say, all they needed to do was delay time, and the similar game here, 2-0 to IOV, and I must say as a personal thing, Port Vale have gone up 2-0 at Plymouth Argyle, and that is something I needed to get off of my chest there. But no, what an opening game for IOV, but is it going to stay like this? That's the question. They're going to have to hold up strong, and they're going to have to prove themselves here in order to take game 2.
And I can only apologise to people that came here to watch Rocket League to get some useless information about Port Vale. That's... well, I suppose, somebody's got to support them. But anyway, here's play Rocket League, and Pizza managing to get a 50, and it falls nicely for him into the back of the net. And just as he's saying there, Messiahs had to make sure they got at least one of their opportunities, and they have indeed, with just over 10 seconds on the clock gone.
Well, that's one way to make an impact. That's one way to try and prove and get yourself back into this series. A draw is what they want. They want to tie up this series and then hopefully go on to win it. But still, only 20 seconds in. IOV have got all the time in the world to come back into this game and to do whatever and everything else I've been waffling about trying to get into the game and come back and all the whatnot, as Fat Cat slices this one down the left-hand flank. Pressure to deal with it quite well. Clearing it over to the left-hand side, again challenged in though by Fat Cat. No one going to be there other than Taylor to launch it forward. Raw Potato there, touch off of the backboard. They don't want to be conceding. In all fairness, ever since that second goal that went in for IOV, if you cancel that out, reset it at 0-0, it was looking like a stalemate. But the Messiahs, Fat Cat popping up with a second goal for the Visionary roster.
Indeed, it seems like Messiahs are just managing to find their rhythm here. I mean, not even played a minute on the clock, and they got 2 goals in the back of the net, which is definitely a vast improvement from their first game, where they didn't get a single one in the back of the net. So the only way is up for them at the moment, and it's all to do now for IOV. They can't sit back now. They got to sort of try and find some pressure. What a demo by Fat Cat on the line, takes the play, takes Taylor straight out of the equation, and Poe sends it into the back in there. 3-0 Messiahs.
Who would have thought this would have happened after the game which we just watched? But 3-0 to Messiahs in just over a minute gone. I mean, now the question's really looming over the side of Iobi. Do they have what it takes to come back into it? They got 4 minutes to find 3 goals. It's more than enough time to do exactly that, but they've got to break down this Messiahs defense 3 times. I just don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, and when you've got a Messiahs team, which seems like they've found their rhythm on the offense as well, that's a dangerous combination of a good defense. But pressure, oh, lovely touch from him into Barissa, can't send it. Instead, it sends it into the corner instead of the back of the net. And a glorious opportunity goes begging for IOV. And what? I've got to admit, I completely zoned out then. I didn't think that was going to go in the back of the net as my eyes started to wander, but Poe completely misses it. Pressure, Taylor, Barissa. Sorry, I can only laugh at that, but it failed the week, maybe?
I don't know what to say about that, but it looks like it's going to be 5. It's saved away. We're just going to ignore that. We're going to briskly sweep it off to one side and pretend it never happened. But Messiahs, they have gone up 4-0 in this game, and it already looks like we're just after the end because we know which way this game's going to be going.
Oh, indeed. I mean, this is an absolute stark contrast. Maybe it was just, stream nerves for Messiahs in the first game there, and IOV just able to sort of take the early pressure. But in this game, they've just been completely out of it and outplayed at the moment by Messiahs, who are looking like they want to make sure that people don't remember them for that first game and instead make some sort of stamp into the Rocket League season. So Barissa now, not even at the halfway point. So you've got to feel like if Ivy can get a quick goal, and then maybe they've got a chance to come back into it, but the size are just not giving them any opportunity.
They haven't, and they continue to not give them any opportunity at all. No chances coming through for any of the side of Iova's defense being locked up and locked away. Key thrown out of the door. Absolutely nothing is coming through the defense of Messiahs, but the offense, however, the defense of IOV continues to look a little bit leaky.
A little bit leaky, which is, stark contrast to what we saw in the first game. They looked absolutely dominant in the back of the net, being able to soak up the pressure. And in this game, it's just like you say, leaky defense has led to 4 goals and 2 minutes left to play on the clock. Lovely pass in field there by Poe, but on this occasion, Fat Cat not able to send it in the back of the net. And Pizza just retained possession there. Oh, dangerous across the net, and Taylor, calmly you might say, takes that away from his goal line, and but he's not able to get out of his own half. And fair play to Messiah. So they were an unknown entity, but based on this game alone, they look like they could be ones to watch out for, maybe going forward in the season.
Who knows? We've still got 2 whole games of Rocket League left to see which corner this game could be going to, or whether they're going to have each an equal slice of the cake coming out of this series, whether it be a win for either of these teams. If it is going to be a win for either of these teams, surely your favourite is on the Messiah.
He is at the moment absolutely dominating performance. I mean, you look at the shots, 2 shots only for Ivy, but instead, maths, I can't do maths, 9 shots there for Messiahs. Just goes to show you. I mean, I'll be interested to see the sort of the possession stats and pressure. Open net, misses it completely. Ball gets sent up the other end of the field, and that just kind of sums up, I think, at the moment, this game for IOV. They've just fallen apart right from the start. Oh!
Yeah, it's just not their day, is it? And that's going to go down the other end. It's going to be 6 for the Messiahs, and it just doesn't look like it's happening for them in game 2.
When you're in this situation, you do have to push, and it just seems like IOV were just putting all guns to the wall there and just trying to make sure something's stuck. But unfortunately for them, left themselves wide open at the back, and that's 6 now for Messiahs. And Barissa, optimistic, but unfortunately couldn't keep his shot down. And I think they're just going to have to ignore this one going forward into game number 3. Maybe get a consolation goal on that occasion, but yeah, just dust themselves off, forget this one ever happened, and just try and remember what they did in the first game, I reckon.
Well, 30 seconds left of this one, and then we can focus on to game number 3. Could it be 7 for the Messiahs? That one is off the post. It is 7 for the Messiahs. Pizza claims it.
Potter man, you just sound so blasé about it. It's brilliant, love it. But yeah, I mean, we were wondering what sort of team Messiahs were going to be. And, you know, the jury's still out because, you know, they've had 2 games and it's been 2 very contrasty type games. So I think definitely it's going to be telling in game number 3. Just exactly whether they can keep up this sort of momentum. As Pete said, taking the ball to the air, trying to get some sort of finishing touch on that one, just lets it run away from him. Poe trying to keep the ball alive, pops off the ceiling, into the path for Pizza, shot, can't quite keep it down, Taylor off the backboard and grounds it. And there we have it, Messiahs almost... We said it at the start, this was unexpected because we were kind of going off game number 1 and how they were looking on that one. But Messiahs dominating performance on that occasion. I mean... They just did not let IOV into the game at all. I mean, the 4 shots that IOV had, I reckon, were just out of pure luck, if anything, and maybe sort of Rocket League being very, you know, generous in what they classify as a shot. But the point is, you know, I reckon game number 3 is going to be very telling now because IOV maybe just let them run away from them. You know, kind of maybe gave up a little bit towards the end there, and you know, fresh game number 3. Can Messiahs keep up their rhythm?
It just didn't seem like it was IOV's game. It was Messiah's game to win and IOV's game to lose, and it went exactly that way, but not by the margin we would have expected it to. But going into game 3. I'm going to be expecting a lot more of an even game going into it, especially with both teams now definitely wanting to fight for it. They've got an idea of how each other are going to play and what to do to prevent it. IOV, they must have had a talk after that to try and reset any kind of mental which would have been destroyed after that loss. But we'll see what happens if we kick off into Sovereign Heights for game 3.
And almost straight away, it seems like IOV are looking a bit more threatening, and they've done it. They've managed to find that elusive goal that they didn't manage to get in the previous game there. Lovely team play there, pressure, popping the ball into the path of Taylor. He pops it down into the path of Barissa, into the back of the net. And fortunately for them, they managed to take the first goal of the game. And that should hopefully just settle their nerves down and get them back into their own rhythm, coming off the back of a shocking defeat on the previous game. But who knows, after seeing Messiah and how they performed in the previous game, you know, anything can happen.
I mean, there we have it. That is one more goal than than IOV scored the entirety of last game. And it is also enough for them to win the game should they go on to hang on to this 1-0 lead. But something tells me it's not going to end this way now.
No, and I totally agree with you on that one. Messiahs want to make sure. Oh my word, off the post! Pizza on this occasion can't quite find the back of the net, and post comes in to save IOV. But yeah, judging by that, you know, Messiahs are not going to let this one lie like they did in the first game. They're feeling it. They know they can beat IOV now, and they'll be looking for that equalising goal.
Indeed, they will. They're going to have to look for nothing less than an equalising goal at this point in time. They've got, again, loads of time on the clock in order to find said goal. But every single time I've said that sentence, nobody has been able to find an equalising goal. We have not had a proper game of Rocket League just yet. No real tense moments. But this game could be the one as Pizza tops it over the crossbar. Still offense coming through for Messiah. Pizza's going to have to cut rotation well to get this ball away and does so successfully. Barissa's shot though was aiming for the top left corner. Pizza deals with it well. Oh. The follow up from Taylor is off the bar, but Barissa is there to cannon it out.
And role reversals here. It seems like it's Messiahs who are experiencing the pressure from IOV. Lovely play there by Barissa. Good shot in the first place off the crossbar, and then good speed from him to follow up and get in the back of net. And a 2-goal advantage. You might say it'd be comfortable, but I still reckon Messiahs. IOV are going to have to put them to bed if they want to make sure that Messiahs don't bring themselves back into this one. But I reckon if they get a goal anytime soon, then we could definitely see a game on our hands here.
It's definitely been an interesting series to say the least, but we continue to go on in this game of Rocket League. Raw Potato looking for the quick reset. Follow-up coming through. Fat Cat was there as well. Just assist that little bit extra as Pizza looking for the double touch. He's going to leave it for a potential follow-up. Nobody home other than the IOV defense to touch that ball away from any potential danger as we approach halfway into game number 3. IOV well on top.
Oh, indeed, a lot better. But as soon as you say that, the door has cracked open slightly for Messiahs as they managed to find the back of the net finally as we hit the halfway point there. Mistake by Barissa as the third man there. Easy enough goal for Pizza to step in and send that one on target. And just like that, this could be the potential momentum shift that we were half expecting from Messiahs to bring themselves back into this one. As a 1-goal advantage is never a comfortable one, but Pressure trying to amount some of his namesake. And what a turn there by Barissa! Oh, the angle! I didn't think he had it, but my word, the angle sends it into the back of the net, and IOV regain their 2-goal advantage.
You don't get a better shot than that. Barissa slaps it into the top left corner and brings IOV back with a 2-goal cushion. Just over 2 minutes left. Messiah is instantly looking to get their goal back, but Taylor able to touch it away after the double touch read was not there, not executed good enough for the Messiahs. Again, play continues to go on. Barissa, the offense not holding up here for Iowa. They're still trying to cannon on Pressure. They're still trying to get some more goals. It doesn't look like they're going for the strategy as game one, where they just want to turtle up and just try and keep their lead. They're leaving their defense exposed, and Raw Potato shot is going to just slowly caress itself into the back of the net.
I mean, the pin from Potato there, absolutely vicious, bounced all over the place and ended up back in his own path, and sends that one on target. And yeah, I mean, that's, you got to feel that's why maybe IOV were trying to push for that for another goal instead of taking, like you say, the sort of tactic they did in the first game. They were sitting back and soaking up the pressure because they know Messiahs are now a deadly threat, and they'll be looking to get the equalising goal. Fat Cat not able to get it past, and now it's gone back up the other end of the field, off the post. Oh my word! And IOV again, so close, but not quite able to get the shot. And again, Taylor off the post. That post, give that post the MVP, I reckon.
And these are the moments where you think if Messiahs come back into it and end up winning this game, they are the chances you should have taken. Those are the chances you definitely must have taken in order to win the game. Pizza just going to be able to touch this one away. No wall read found. Fat Cat's going to have to touch it back to him. It's really awkward though for the Messiahs. They haven't really conjured up any play, but Potato looking for a flippy set, touches it down to Pizza. Pizza looking to get it into the centre, snipes out the Fat Cat. But Taylor getting this one past Raw Potato is going to leave for Pressure to have a shot at net. Pizza dealing with it well. They got 45 seconds to find an equaliser and try and force an overtime. Do you think they will be able to do it, Melissa?
I definitely think they can, but whether they will is another question in entirety, because IOV are trying to make sure that they see this game out. Taylor now left-hand side, trying to fire the pass in field, but neither of his teammates pushing on that one, instead deciding to take the defensive approach. Now Pressure taking the ball right-hand side, gives it away slightly to Fat Cat, wins out to 50. Potato gets it meeting in the air by Barissa. Now the ball's in Messiah's half, and Pizza's got to be careful this one. It's Taylor trying to meet him in the air, gets it past one, but Barissa's there to clear it up. 8 seconds left on the clock. Can Messiahs find the opening that they need? Fat Cat, open target, but he's hit the underside of the bar. It's bounced down, and that was the opportunity that they needed. But unfortunately, they weren't able to quite finish it when it counted. And my word, Messiah's nearly given us the overtime. I've lost my train of thought there. I half expected that one to go in, Potter, but unfortunately for them it didn't. But certainly, I mean, Messiahs were putting in a lot of pressure in that game, and you got to think IOV may be a little bit lucky perhaps to come away with the victory. But that's just my thoughts on that one.
I mean, those are the games, or especially in this series, that is the game when you think if any series is going to an overtime, it's gonna be that one. But for some reason, it just didn't happen. The stars did not align well enough, and we find ourselves with IOV overstepping a 7-0 defeat to the Messiahs in Game 2 to bring it back and win and take series advantage in Game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, that will do them the world of good, because it's a tricky mental game to come back from when you get absolutely crushed 7-0, and to get the victory and to make sure that they at least come away with a draw from this series will do them the world of good. But certainly they'll be wanting to make sure that they regain some of that goal difference, because it's a long old season. But every goal counts, every game counts, so they got to make sure that they don't allow Messiahs to absolutely destroy them again in this fourth and final game. So here we go as we get the game underway, and Pressure looking to try and get the opening offensive pressure. You know what? My puns are just absolutely terrible. I can't actually think of a good pun, so if you can, let me know in the chat and I'll take credit for that for sure. But Taylor shot on target in the back of the net, and just like that, IOV take the opening goal.
Indeed, they do. Great play, pressure, snipes out. No, Barissa, sorry, snipes out Taylor. Taylor sends it into the back of the net. I mean, what a way to start off game number 4. I mean, the story from Messiah is as simple as it is. Win this game, or you lose.
That is some serious words of wisdom there, Potter. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. I mean, the only annoying thing for them though is if they win this one, they only draw, which is a bit of a shame for them. But nevertheless, yes, they've got the ability to do it. We've seen how dangerous they can be, and if you can find a quick response here with Fat Cat on the right hand side, couldn't quite get a shot on target, but Potato now trying to forget the follow-up pressure. Orca touch into Papa Pizza, and there it is, the goal that they needed to bring themselves back into this one with just under a minute played. Lovely play there by Poe. Pressure, Orca touch from him, and Pizza cleans that one up, and there we have, all tied again.
A similar result as to what they would get should they end up winning this game. It is currently a draw. 4 minutes left on the clock for them to try and get this win and confirm that draw. However, as it stands, we're heading to our first overtime of a series which has deserved an overtime.
It has indeed, and every caster wants an overtime because it just adds to the drama. But we've had plenty of that so far, so a little bit more wouldn't. But I'm sure these players will be wanting to see this game out because nobody likes an overtime. But what a shot there by Pizza! The pass off the left-hand side there. Lovely 50 by Poe. Falls nicely into the path of Pizza. Pressure just not able to get any sort of a touch on that one. And instead, Pizza sends it into the back of the net. What an angle! What an angle that was.
What a way to take the lead in a game where you really, really need to. The pre-jump from Fat Cat almost connected. That was almost an amazing third goal coming out for the Messiahs. But it didn't connect, it didn't go into the back of the net. This one looming towards it, but Barissa able to touch that one away. It's off the corner again. Potato down to Pizza. Pizza back onto the backboard. Taylor there to clear. Doesn't make contact with the ball. Very out of character for Taylor, but Fat Cat seems to love a pre-jump as we key back onto his camera.
Who doesn't love a pre-jump on on this? When it works out, it looks absolutely insane. But at the moment, nothing's quite worked out. In fact, a shot on side, can't quite keep it down. Pressure off the backboard. And important touch there by Taylor to send it into the backboard instead of the back of the net. And the counter-attack now, Barissa thinks better of it. Taylor come off the sidewall. Pressure gets demoed for his troubles, but he's managed to get a vital touch. But here comes Messiah now trying to look to cement their lead as we're approaching the halfway point. But it's definitely for sure IOV got to make sure they don't concede another one, otherwise you just feel like Messiah could go on and absolutely dominate this game.
Speaking of
I don't know why I said it. Yeah. I don't know why I said anything, Potter. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but Taylor, not sure what's happened to him in game number 4. He seems to have gone as ski whiff as the headphones on your head. Half the game left in this one. And Messiah's well and truly in the driving seat.
Are indeed, and you know it's the first time we're seeing this Messiah's team. But one thing to sort of take away, when they get their rhythm and they get a few goals in the back of the net, they do look very threatening. And IOV, unfortunately for them, just starts to seem like they're starting to lose it a little bit. But if they can find another goal back here, the night is completely exposed there. But Barissa not able to get some sort of a solid touch on that one. An opportunity goes begging for IOV. Now here comes Pizza right hand side. Gets met there by Taylor coming off the ceiling, trying to find a pass in field. Didn't quite connect on that one. It's in fact a shot on target by Barissa. Good speed from him to throw himself into it. And the pressure seems to just be coming from Messiahs at the moment. But IOV definitely looking like they might have something still left in the tank.
They're going to want to fight for this one. A win here could do them absolute wonders for the season. It's a great way to start off your campaign in RSC11. But currently, it doesn't look like it's going to be going that way. Fat Cat 50 with pressure. Chasing this one down the right-hand flank, but ultimately leaves it for Taylor. Taylor shot top right what a way to come back into this game and give yourself a chance.
He's had a bit of a 50-50 series at the moment, Taylor, but when he steps up and stamps his foot down hard. A lovely shot from him, good speed, beating the defender on the line for that one, or to the ball, I should say. And they've given themselves an opportunity now with 1 minute and 12 on the clock. Can they find another one to tie things up and take us potentially into that first OT of the series? But they've got to watch out though. Messiah's looking very threatening on the offence.
They are another goal here could potentially seal the result for them. Fat Cat touchdown to Potato. Taylor there again off the corner. Pressure to take it away. Looking to get this one over Peter. Goes under him instead. Pass over to Barissa. Barissa, top right corner. Thunderbolt.
Beautiful goal there. Lovely musty from pressure. Plays it off the backboard into the path of Barissa. Had to make sure he hit the target, and nothing Fat Cat could do on that occasion. He hits the target hard, and he's brought his team back into this one. And finally, IOV seem like they've managed to counter the offensive pressure here from Messiah. And could they potentially go and win this now with 30 seconds left on the clock? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. As like I've been saying throughout the majority of the series, this one does deserve an overtime. Please don't ruin it now, as it's onto the backboard and pressure there to clear it away, making sure that we can have this overtime. Please keep it in the midfield. I like it when it is there. Barissa trying to find somebody who was just a weak shot towards the net. No double wall read found from Pizza. Potato does get the ball back to him. Claims it again off the right hand side. We're looking for Fat Cat in the centre. Fat Cat shot off the crossbar and in on the 1 second marker. What a way to steal it at death.
My word, Taylor. It's like I said, he's had a 50-50 series and he just gave the ball away there, allowing the pass in field and then the shot on target. And unless they get some sort of a miracle kickoff here, Taylor keeping the ball alive. Clock's at 0 seconds now. Pressure trying to keep it, but Potato off the backboard. Taylor trying to keep it up. He does on this occasion. Barissa into the path of Taylor. Punts out of field, but that's an awkward one. Poe's going to ground it onto the floor. And Messiahs have done it and brought themselves back into this one. They've got the draw from the series. And my word, despite it being a draw, I don't know about you, Potter, but despite that being a draw, Messiahs looked very, very dangerous. I mean, it just goes to show you in that last game there, they got the victory, 65% field domination, and it just seemed like every time they were going forward, they looked very dangerous and very threatening. Whether that was a case of IOV not quite being on the ball when it came to their defence and just looking a little bit awkward when they were getting put under pressure. Who knows? But Messiahs, first time we've seen them, and I don't know about you, Potter, but definitely wants to watch out for.
Was a deserved result in the end, and I believe they would have, recuperated, and they've got that deserved dark horse status from in the power rankings. But how they'll fare up come the end of the season, we've only just had a glimpse of what they have to offer. And I mean, that was a deserved result. IOV seemed like a good team. Messiahs also seemed like a good team, and it's just going to depend on how they fare up against other opposition to see what that final outcome will be come the end of the season. But hold on a minute, it's only week 1.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves on this occasion. It's still plenty of Rocket League to come this season. But unfortunately, for tonight, that is going to be it. We've finished things off on a 2-2 draw. But we've had an absolutely cracking couple of series before that with a 4-0 clean sweep by my former team, Terra. Well done, lads, on that one. And then, of course, we had Fenrir losing to Phoenix in the first game of the day. So that is going to be it from myself and from Potter. And I must say, on a personal note, I'm absolutely loving the new graphics here at RSC, and I hope you guys are too. It's all looking rather swanky, and it's going to be absolutely amazing going forward for the rest of the season. But like I said, for today, that is going to be it. So unless you've got any final words, Potter, any final words of wisdom from yourself?
Yeah, well, the graphics have been good since the first series. After the first series, they've been a lot better and more of what we expect here. And they've worked perfectly. It's a great addition here for RSC11. I mean, they're only going to go up. They're only going to become better from here. However, that is it. That was the final game here on the RSC stream. And it ended 2-2 between IOV and the Messiahs in the Master Division. However, don't go anywhere. Well, you probably will want to go somewhere because it's going to be a whole another couple of days until we're back. We'll be back with you on Sunday for some more RSC action.
Running round like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you say.